Okay, we're live.
Alright,
so welcome everybody to Divine Sentient Podcast. Yeah, second episode. Still remain your host. I'm your host, Teddy Ortega. On this journey together with
Cosmic Enigma.
Yeah.
What's up, party people?
Oh good. We're live. So how have you been doing, everybody? I see the engagement, and I want to say I appreciate you all for hitting that like button, that subscribe button, and engaging, joining the conversation. Yeah, that's just the point of all of this. Join the conversations. We want to know what's on your mind. What's your perception of this reality we're living in? Okay? We're all in this together. You're not alone. Whatever struggle you're going through, you're not alone. There are so many people around the whole world who wants to hear your story, who wants to get inspired by how you've overcome and stay true to this time. It's a thing of joy. I know I'm taking too long, but let's just go straight on in it. Cosmic Enigma, what do you have to say about it, bro?
Yeah, it's amazing, really, because sometimes it's something really unfathomable, because individually, from personal experience, there were times where I felt like I was alone. You understand? Like I felt like I was just alone, but I came across different platforms of different people who had the same mindset as me, who had the same thoughts I had. Like sometimes their story was like almost similar to mine.
Yeah.
So I it gave me hope on more than one occasions. Like when I was in a world of extremes, let me just say in a world of extremes, I almost lost my mind because I felt like I was the only one going, like, having these kind of thoughts, trying to fathom these mysteries.
I feel.
You understand? So it's paramount that we have your mind on these two, because it's an insatiable desire of ours too. That discovery of other minds like ours out there, who could even enlarge or brighten the scope more than we already have discovered on our own. You understand? So this is not a one-way something. Like we really, this is our desire that you guys reach out and let us know what also is going on in your mind. So we appreciate it.
We appreciate you. Gratitude. I'm so overjoyed every time we're on here like this. As in the joy.
It's euphoric, bro. It's euphoric.
So down to the subject of today. Today is why divine sentience.
The last time we were talking about omnipotent consciousness.
Yes.
On the previous episode.
Yes.
So, and at the ending of that episode, we're going to give further light on omnipotent consciousness.
Omnipresence.
Yes. I thought it was omnipotent.
It's omnipresence.
Okay.
I said something about an omnipresent word.
What was the definition of that word again?
Divine was the word, or divine is the word that could be used as a noun, as an adjective, as any components in English. I was amazed. So had to just note that down. Okay. Omnipresent consciousness. Omnipresent consciousness.
Omnipresent.
Yes.
I asked, what was the definition of omnipresent? No, let's just have a flashback on it.
Okay.
For today's purpose, let's have a look at it again because we want to refreshing our mind so that we can keep it flowing. So let's go. Omnipresent.
Okay, by Google, omnipresent means widely or constantly encountered, widespread, and is an adjective. So let me just check again. Check other definitions. Okay, this is a different of being everywhere. Omnipresent, obliquously refer to the quality of being everywhere. Omnipresence emphasizes in a lofty or dignified way the power, usually divine, of being present everywhere at the same time, as though all enveloping divine law is omnipresent. I don't know if you get that.
I got that.
Omnipresent.
So that's okay. So omnipresent. So even the broken down version is just like being everywhere.
At the same time.
At the same time.
Yes.
Like that's an oversimplified definition of omnipresence.
Yes.
Okay. So for the purpose sake, let's go with the oversimplified version. So being everywhere at the same time, then linked to consciousness. Omnipresent consciousness.
So the definition on Google for conscious is aware of responding to one's surroundings, having knowledge of something. We are conscious of the extent of the problem. That's an example. So
being everywhere
and it's an adjective also.
Okay, so if we're trying to combine those two in my own word, because you can also have another definition, but to me simply that's trying to say being aware of your surrounding and
consciously being there while being everywhere else at the same time. Omnipresent consciousness.
You are conscious of your surrounding at every point in time and everywhere.
Okay.
You are aware of you are aware of everywhere. You are aware of everywhere and everything at the same time.
Yes.
You are aware of everywhere and everything.
That's just it.
At the same time. Omnipresent consciousness.
Sure.
So when I initially came across this omnipresent consciousness, because I had to come across it before I could decide to say I want to elaborate on it. You understand? When I came across omnipresent consciousness, initially it was overwhelming because from individual experience and from observation, I've seen that not a lot of people are even conscious, talkers of even omnipresent consciousness now. Not a lot of people are conscious. Because you have to be conscious before you can even be conscious of your own self. Then before you can start observing observing everything else. Then including the at every time. You first initially have to be conscious. So, when talking about consciousness is something that has always baffled not only me, but I think innumerable individuals over time. Because if you truly want to understand what it takes to be conscious, you have to know what consciousness is, and like try to really understand it. Because if somebody is telling you to be mindful of your emotions, if you don't really know why it's necessary to be mindful of your emotions or your mental state, or just if somebody is telling you to be mindful of anything, it might not be negative or positive. You need to know why you are being mindful.
Okay, let me see. Let me try to digest what you said just now. Okay. Consciousness being not just your awareness, but your ability to know what you are being conscious of. Like they say, many look but few see. Many look but few see. You understand?
Yeah.
What that means is we could both be looking at the same direction. Okay?
Yeah.
We could be looking at the same direction, but our focus is exerted on different things we see in front of us. You understand? I might have a different interpretation of what I saw. You might have a whole different interpretation of what you see. Because it's that thing in us where we can somewhat phantom this wondrous beauty, this art of beauty, this art of great works. Normally, I should say, please pardon me.
Go ahead.
Is actually something that is omnipresent, because we could search for all the words to fit in and explain this point, but is what should be said that will be said. My perception being what I see is very different from what you're saying. Okay, let me take you let me go to comics now, like Superman. Superman has like 50 visions, 50 different visions. So Green Lantern of it tell me say we see this like this. Say, you know, did it like this. Superman, it's not say, did it like this. My God, this will be. Is that conscious? That's conscious. And being able to interpret it to another person is omnipresent.
Yes, that's omnipresent. Because you being able to interpret it to another person that is conscious, and the person is able to understand, that truly is like consciousness, as in mirroring itself. You understand? But the problem now is that if you are somebody now, you now become conscious, which is now you now become aware.
Yes.
because now you obviously know the meaning of omnipresent consciousness. It's just like, yeah, it's just a mirror version of everything. Because that is just like a mirror version of everything. Because let me put it this way: if you are conscious, as a conscious person or as a conscious being, because we as humans, we call ourselves human beings. So, and based on speculations, there are other beings that are not human, like aliens, but not actually as in
extraterrestrials. But if you're on divine science, you must talk about these things, because terrestrials,
all those kind of things. So all those people, but they are not like verified. But no matter what, if you are a conscious being, and the consciousness in the sense that having this omnipresent consciousness, because I can tell you that not all beings have that omnipresent consciousness, in a sense that, like, animals, their consciousness level is very high, very minimal. You understand? So what I'm trying to say is that if you are an omnipresent consciousness, there is bound to be a big question mark in your conscious living. Because if you are conscious now, if you are not conscious, you now begin to realize that you are not awakened, in a sense that, like, you are not, like, you know you are you. You know you are you. And you are existing in a place, or you are existing somewhere. You understand? So that thought now we then spur you on now to ask you to now start to question your origin, because always as humans, let me use ourselves as the greatest example ever, because we are the greatest ever mystery of the world. We as humans, you understand? Okay, we as humans, we are here now. We are conscious we're on Earth. We are conscious we're in Nigeria. We are conscious that Earth is one of the 9 planets. You understand? We are conscious that Earth is one of the 9 planets, and there's the sun and there's the moon and there are stars. And all those stars are in galaxy. Like, we are actually conscious of that as we are in Nigeria currently now, having this discussion. We are conscious of all those things going on in our universe.
Yes.
You understand? If we are truly conscious, we have to ask ourselves that, based on how we are living our lives on a daily basis, how we see the natural excitement of things, the way things happen. And if we then look at like outside of the world now, like these stars and galaxies and all these things, we now start to fathom, like, all those things are things we don't understand. So therefore, how are those things there? And for those things to be there and us to be here, like, in such almost kind of like accurately intricate calculation, that is bound to now let us now question ourselves and ask, how come all of these things are in existence? And the only answer for that can come from our origin, like asking, where is our origin? Where are we from? What is our beginning? And what is our core? What initiated everything that eventually grew for millions and billions of years till this point in time, whereby we are here at this moment having this conversation, and there are other people in different places around the world at the same time, as in engaging in different activities. Like that's a thought, I think, right? So what do you think? Where do you think we as conscious beings are aware of our consciousness at this present moment in this form? Because we know we are intelligent, because we can put things into systematic, like, conformation, you understand? Like, we know we're intelligent. So, but what is the origin of this thing? So what do you have to say about that? Like, from your own perspective as an individual, and as a consciousness, and as a divine sentient as a being on this podcast at this current point in time, what do you have? What do you think?
Well, as for me, I believe it's from God.
Yes.
I believe from God. What's your take on God?
What's my take on God?
Yes.
Well, you this term God is not something that I can actually give an extremely pinpoint direction or definition of. God, for me, based on as conscious beings existing in this timeline, you understand? We have to know how to exist, and I think that was where all these English and these things came into place, whereby there's a dictionary, because we have to learn our words.
But sorry to cut you short, but this learning of these words, education, or whatever society has brought, or education has taught us about society and the reality we are seeing, is just us trying to be aware of that consciousness. You have to be aware of that consciousness of a greater being, of a supreme being, or like the atheists, they don't believe in God. I even met a guy like that. He said he doesn't believe in God, but I've been there before. I've seen how things are, and I know for a fact that this can only be God. I've been in situations, I know it in my heart, and I say, and I found only the truth that this can only be God. There is God. You just have to search within and find Him. You just need to search within and find Him. For we're created in His image and likeness. So, and our body is His temple. We should be aware of certain words in the Bible.
Can I say something?
You're on live now, bro.
I'm asking you because I'm about to interrupt you, so I'm asking for permission to interrupt, of which I've already interrupted. So sorry about that, but let me just say something.
Yeah.
Your definition is 100% accurate, because I was trying to say something that this us trying to understand God.
Mercy.
This us trying to understand God now was what caused all these things we created now. We, as what he said, like this society picture of this societal frame that we have now was us just trying to understand ourselves, which we eventually make us now, which bring us closer to understanding God. Because why? We have to understand ourselves as creations to understand our Creator. Which brought about this creating of words. So I was about to say something. I was about to give my definition of God. Normally, in this dimension of this earth, we have words, and so every being on this earth, so every being on this earth, let me not say every being, let me just say some, because not everybody will say they are spiritual, you understand? But I think even okay, I don't know the actual percentage of people that will say that would classify themselves spiritual on the surface of the earth, but I'm sure that okay, if at all, at least like 50% of the earthly inhabitants believe in spiritual, like life is physical and spiritual, those kind of stuff like that. So from a spiritual point of view, when you are trying to look at things spiritually in this same dimension, you get to then some people they are religious, or some people they are not religious, you understand? There's a reason why I'm breaking this thing down. It's because why inside of that spiritual living and the religious and the non-religious, everybody have their own belief of a God, you understand? Everybody has their own belief of God. Like there are atheists, there's people that don't believe in God, like that's your friend you mentioned earlier. There are people like that.
It's not my friend.
Okay, not your friend. Okay, just somebody. Okay, just like a normal person. Okay, I thought you said it was your friend. So like this. Me now, I'm a religious person. Okay, let me not say I'm not religious, but
anybody that doesn't believe in God is
No.
not my friend.
no.
I'm telling you.
Yes. Normally, why you not believe in God? Believe in God 100%. So, like the religious people, they believe in a God or a deity or a supreme being. But non-religious people, like all those scientists, let me not say scientists because actually Elon Musk actually said that he doesn't believe that there's a supreme being out there observing the world and like making judgments on people, like all this kind of stuff like that. You understand? Like he just believe that. I think it's part of other people that just believe in the Big Bang theory, like the world was just some sort of bombarding particles, atomic particles that exploded into millions of whatever we have now as the world. You understand? So there are people that believe in all those kind of creational processes. You understand? So that's what I'm just trying to put out. But me,
Elon Musk is a science man.
Yes, nice, a science man, all those kind of people. But as for me, I believe that no matter what anybody will say, I believe that there's a God of which there's a being that is conscious of us, because we are also conscious of him, because we could not have been if not for him, because we are intelligent beings. So therefore there's bound to be an intelligent consciousness that is conscious of us too, as we are conscious in this time, of which is God. Because if you look at the way the earth was formed, you see that everything was formed strategically and intricately. Things are not just there's land, there's water, because why? They are creatures of land, they are creatures of water, they are creatures of the air. So you are saying that everything is systematically and intricately placed. So definitely there has to be an intelligent being behind these creations. You understand? Then when you break it down further than that again, you now see all these different religions like Islam, Buddhist, Christianity, religions, because they are innumerable. You understand? There are some that we don't even know about. But me, like as for me, I'm not religious, but I believe in Christ. I'm not religious, I believe in Christ. I believe that Christ was just this world in another form of consciousness, trying to give us a broken down explanation of how this world works. And I think that's the entire basis of my religion. Religion is just trying to give us a vivid breakdown of how the world works as it relates to an intelligent designer. Then science is just giving us it's just an affirmation, because they are giving us formulas and things to prove this theory, to prove this, that and that principle, that and that principle, that and this and this. So religion gives us the entire picture, of which science does too, but science is just like an affirmation, like trying to they are on the side of the proving theories. That's where like scientists they only choose to believe on what they can prove. But there are a lot of scientists that have gotten to that point of amazement, like Isaac Newton. Isaac Newton was someone that, with all his brilliance, he affirmed to God that there's a supreme being. because in at one point in time realize that his level of intelligence can only be from a higher level of intelligence, which is always drawing from. So anyone that doesn't believe in God, I don't know what that person believes in God. It's just okay. You don't have to be religious about your belief in God, but at least you should believe that there's a God, that there's an intelligent consciousness, conscious of you yourself as you are conscious of other beings. Because trust me, it cannot be by mistake. So
now you are hearing this.
Yes.
It's not by mistake.
It's not by mistake that you are even coming across this at this point in time. It's not a mistake. And through your process of growth, depending on how far you've grown before you come across this video, or depending on how far you or how far you will go after you come across this video, I think at certain point in time you will realize that your coming across this video was not by mistake, and it catapulted you mentally in one way or the other, either from where you were to where you are going, or to a greater height than you already are. That's why it is very, very much paramount that we hear from you also. Very much paramount that we hear from you also. So, as for me, my definition of God is God is a supreme being that is aware of everything, that placed everything.
Okay.
So, what is your definition of God?
Okay. My definition of God. Wow.
It's absolutely unfathomable, bro. It's absolutely unfathomable.
You can't find something. Seriously.
Breathe on it.
God, my definition of God.
Breathe on it. Soak it all in. Keep it vicious and keep it later. Keep it very vicious and later.
God. Give me the words to explain and phantom your glory. See what I did there? I had to pray first.
You have to pray because it's not something that you can just even think about. There are some of you now listening to what we are saying now. Some of you might think that maybe we are insane, but trust me, these words will speak as spirit and their life, and they will take a hold of you, and you will come to the realization of the truth.
God is always there when you need Him. You just have to listen. He's always saying something. My definition of God, God, hey, Jesus.
Give it Jesus, give it later.
You see that in the Bible that Jesus walked on top of water. Hey God, my daddy. Jesus resurrected the dead. He rose up on the third day from death. You see, my daddy.
And let me shock you there. Those were things that were performed there even in the list of manifestations, just so that we can believe. And inside there, we still didn't even believe. That's why this thing is even more unfathomable. Because why? Even inside what you see as false is too unfathomable. So you cannot even consciously take it in.
We'll have a segment when we have to decode things in the book of Revelations. Yeah, I know we say we're not. You know, I remember I said we're not religious, but the Bible, the Holy Bible. Yes, the Christian one. Yes, the one we all know. It holds mysteries of these words that we live in.
because they were written by people that were so deep into their consciousness. And not only that, but by the
we have a segment, so we'll talk about the Bible. Yes, we'll have the Holy Bible. Let me just the Holy Bible segment. Yes.
Whatever you have to say, you can join us then.
And
just have your own say on what you believe, or if you just want to say something.
Because this God, this God, you see the way he's doing things. Okay, now. Just don't be thanking him for his rebash and dekaya. See, let's go there now. God, God. The audacity and the faith as him. Okay, let me just the grace, the attitude of his grace upon you like this. Once you know and you believe is upon you like this, you can start exploring greater works of exploits in your life. You just have to be conscious of what is happening around you, because it's always there. It's doing things for you. That's why it's always emphasized to be grateful, to be of joyful hearts. Because when you are grateful, you must always see something that is good and say thank you, it is good, yes, thank you, Baba. That is the only thing he just even wants from you. Forget all these many prayer all the one. See, this is even the prayer. It's inside you. You just need to just search for him. Listen, like I said, listen. Take your own time to yourself and go and listen to your thoughts and everything, and try to phantom it, but deal with your thoughts normally. This generation is not meant to suffer. We have reached that state of enlightenment around us, so the minds cannot remain dull. Even though what they are trying to do with the robots and everything is to dull the mind more, they're even putting neural chip. Elon Musk is that guy. That guy is a science man. I told you, the science man. No link on your brain now, so just guys will be just conscious. I told you something today, that the Third World War is not a battle of nuclear weapons or technology or who have the fastest missile. Third World War is a spiritual war. It's everywhere on media. It's repeated, but you see the same thing from media. They try to just be conscious of everything we see. Please, being conscious is being aware. And you want to, I know it's crazy, but get every last details of whatever you are watching or whatever you are buying, or get the last details. Get, if it's even a serial number, see. I know it may sound how would I say paranoid. Yeah, you may sound paranoid, but it's not. Paranoid is just a word used to phantom that enthusiasm that you want to know that what. Extreme enthusiasm. Yes, that extreme enthusiasm. You get it. It's just another English word, but just need to just. We need to also start paying attention to our words, and because sometimes pay attention to the words. We need to just be more conscious, because if you are conscious, okay, let me give you an instance now. I work at a barber shop, and most of the men that comes to the barber shop as my clients, and I also work under my boss. they're always complaining of this Nigeria, this Tinubu government, this that and this and I'm just surprised that these are grown men conscious enough to understand what they are saying, that this is an administration that just started a few months ago. How many months? You never even reached 2 months, 3 months. Oh Bob, they expect so much, they now relax first. See, everything wanna need for the Nigeria, they wanna mind. Not everybody calm down. They want the good year, they want. See, see they fight for your Shokoto today. Wait till they go fight for Sokoto, they your Shokoto. Yeah, these things. I still remember your number one host said you take us. See, we're going to break down and decode things. Yeah, that's what we're doing. Understand?
Just enjoy. Just keep your mind open. Keep your mind open.
Join the conversation.
Just keep your mind open and join the conversation, because we are not just here. It's not like we are here just here to talk. This is a space. This is a space. If this is your space, and we know this is your space, then come on this space. This is a space.
Yes.
And if this is your space, and we know this is your space, then come on to this space also, and let's rub it all up. I remain Cosmic Enigma also.